What? The Bruins can't win more than 80% of their games throughout the whole season? I'm Kevin Dupont for Globe 10.0 here with Scott Thurston. That said, Scotty, Tuesday night they really botched it. They had 3-0 lead against the Caps. They've lost 2 in a row now. They lose that one 4-3. A little bit of adversity. So how do you think they handle it?
I think they'll bounce back. Now, you were there.
Yep.
It looked to me that for the first time all season, they kind of packed it in. They thought it was in the bag and kind of got soft.
There was some of that. There was some of that, which is always the peril with a 3-0 lead, as we know.
Right.
Yeah. So there was some of that. Well, I thought uncharacteristically, Chara went to the bench and was perturbed a couple of times. Usually he's very stoic even when things aren't going bad. So I think that's an indication too of frustration.
Well, I think that's a good sign to see that from him.
Yep.
But I think they'll be okay. This is a couple of games. I'm worried about the goaltender, though, a little bit, Kevin.
Oh, yeah?
I'm worried about Rask. I want to see Rask win a
because
game.
of last night, because of Tuesday night?
More going back to the Montreal game. That was a big game for them, and I'd like to have seen him step up and really make some big saves. I'm waiting for him to win a game for them, like Tim Thomas did.
My focus is a little different. I'll tell you why. Because the breakdowns at the end were twice. Seidenberg and Hamilton got split like the 7-10 split in old Candlepin bowling. I think what they've tried to do here is force feed Hamilton. He's a young kid. He's 19. If you see him without his sweater on, he's really a spindly kid at this point. I think they've got an issue at that second pairing. I think what they've got to do here is move him down to the third pairing, and I think they've got to go out and find themselves a defenseman. I think they've got to shore up the back line.
Do you think they need a top 4 defenseman rather than filling in that Ferentz, 5-6 guy?
I don't see that Ferentz or McQuaid can bump up to a second pairing. You've got Boychuk in that mix. You've got obviously Seidenberg, Chara. I think what they've got to do here is a patch job. I'm not saying it's an immediate thing, and I'm not saying it's easy either. But I think if you look at Peter Chiarelli here down the stretch, that's where he's going to go. Firm up the back line, back off a little on Hamilton. He's going to be a great player. But as we know, you see some of these kids come in. This is the risk, right?
Right.
All sports. Risk come in, give it too early to a kid, and what happens?
Right, but don't you think it's better to give him that exposure now if you're going to, in an overtime situation, when you might need to play him there in April, in May, in the playoffs?
Yeah, but what it's saying to me, I don't think he's going to be prepared in April. I think they're pushing him too much. I think he's going to be a terrific player, but this isn't a crisis, but it is the first time we've seen the Bruins have a little bit of a bump, and I think where they're going to fix it is in the back.